Hey everyone. So, college is this massive opportunity, right? But it's also really easy to feel a little lost in the crowd. Today, we're going to break down the simple, practical steps you can take to get involved, find your people, and build an experience you'll actually never forget. Let's dive in.
So if you're new to campus and you're feeling a bit overwhelmed, that's completely normal. I mean, you're in a new place, surrounded by tons of new people, just trying to find your footing. The good news, pretty much everyone feels this way, and there's a really clear path forward.
And that path is actually pretty simple. Just get involved. Now, this isn't just another thing to add to your to-do list, okay? It is the single best way to build your community, discover what you're truly passionate about, and, actually have some fun while you're at it.
So here's our game plan. We'll kick things off with why this is so important. Then we'll help you find your personal starting point, lay out a concrete action plan, chat about the right mindset to have, and finally, get you ready to start, like right now.
First up, let's talk about the why, because honestly, understanding the benefits is the best motivation to get going. This is about so much more than just being busy.
Think of these benefits kind of like a chain reaction. When you join a club to meet new people, you might accidentally discover you have a passion for, say, event planning. That new skill builds your confidence, which then pushes you to take on a bigger role, and suddenly you're making a real difference. It all starts with that one first step, and the whole point of it all is that it should be fun.
So you're sold on the why, but where do you actually begin? It's tempting to just scan a giant list of clubs, but the best starting point is way closer to home. It really starts by looking inward.
And I'm serious, take a second and actually think about this. What do you do in your free time just for fun? What topics get you excited? Your existing hobbies and passions are basically a treasure map for finding your place on campus.
For example, let's make this real. If music is your thing, don't just sit and listen to it in your dorm room. Go out and make it. The college choir, maybe a cool a cappella group, they are waiting for people just like you.
Or maybe you're more of an athlete. Well, there's a place for you too. And you definitely don't have to be a varsity star. Intramural and club sports are an awesome way to stay active, be part of a team, and just have some good-natured competition.
And what if you're passionate about making an impact? Your campus is the perfect place for that. Student government lets you help shape what happens on campus, and social justice orgs let you work on causes that you really truly care about.
All right, you've done some thinking about your interests. Now, it's time for action. This next part is your practical toolkit. 4 clear, simple things you can do, like this week, to get started. And the key here is that none of these are high-pressure steps. Your advisor, they know the whole campus landscape. Attending events is just about showing up and seeing what's out there. Definitely check your college's social media for what's happening. Volunteering is a great way to connect with the community. And finally, find that club. Or if it doesn't exist yet, you literally have the power to create it.
Okay, so we've covered the what to do, but the how you approach it, well, that's just as important. This is all about getting into the right mindset for growth and success.
It's so easy to just stick with what feels familiar. But college is one of the few times in your life that's specifically designed for growth. And that growth, it almost never happens when you're comfortable. It happens the moment you decide to try something that feels just a little bit scary. That's where all the magic is. Here's kind of what that looks like in practice. Over here, on the left, you've got the comfort zone, sticking with what you know. It's safe, sure, but nothing really changes. But then, on the right, you have the growth zone. So maybe you're terrified of public speaking. Joining the debate team is a direct challenge to that fear, and that is precisely how you build real, lasting confidence.
And look, to make this all feel manageable, just keep these 3 things in mind. First, start small. You don't have to join everything at once. Just pick 1 or 2 things that seem cool. Second, be patient with yourself. You might not find the perfect fit on your first try, and that's totally okay. And finally, the ultimate test, have fun. If it starts feeling more like a chore than a choice, that's your sign to maybe try something else. Okay, we have covered a lot of ground, so let's bring it all together and get you ready to take that first step the second this is over.
It really all comes down to this super simple 3-part formula. Start with what you're interested in, take action using that 4-step plan, and approach the whole thing with a mindset that embraces new challenges. That's it. That's the entire blueprint for an unforgettable experience.
And that brings us to the final and most important question. This isn't about some grand plan for later, it's about right now. So what is the one small step, the one new thing you will try this week to start building your college experience? Think about it, and then go do it. Your adventure is waiting.